I'll just take it forward here. Congratulations for your first step, and we welcome Kamakshi. And just to tell you about Kamakshi, I don't know many of you have just followed us or not. Kamakshi is our batch one person, awesome person to be there, where she has just put her dedication to learn about RPA. And is it a last week or just before that week? She just got opportunity to start working, even though in this pandemic, she just cleared the interview and then she joined working remotely for the Chennai, but she stays in Hyderabad. Kamakshi, over to you. Just tell us about something about you, about your background, and how did you enjoy our RPA batch has helped you to get into the job. All is yours. Thank you so much for joining us. That's a different story altogether.
Thank you, Manjula, for such a lovely introduction. Yeah, it's good to be back in HSI. Hi all, I'm Kamakshi Kumar. I'm an RPA developer now working for NextGen Solutions. I got placed last month, and before joining HSI, I had around 5 years of experience and also 5 years of break. So it was really difficult to get back to work with 5 years of gap. That's when I joined HSI. I got the opportunity to learn the latest trending technology RPA through HSI. The training was very good. It was all systematic, and we got a good trainers also to handle our queries. So after the training, we got the main advantage of HSI training is they are giving us live projects, like where we work with the real life scenarios. So that I worked around 2 to 3 live projects, which was a major boost in my resume. So that helped me to showcase what I did during the sabbatical that I had taken in my career. And like all those live projects also gave me an experience to talk to the clients directly and showcase our work. So that gave me confidence to attend the interviews, to convey what I did during the training and the project. So that's how I got this job. So I'll surely recommend every one of you to go through these trainings and the live projects which they are providing us, because it is not the projects that is internal. You'll be working with proper companies during that live project phase. So that is an added advantage. I will surely recommend every one of you to go through this, because that will be a step closer to your getting back to your work. Even if you have any number of years of gap, this is an added advantage. So please try this out. So that is
Thanks,
my...
Kamakshi. No, don't worry. That is not the purpose. Probably I'll just interrupt you, but you are amazing persons. Maybe I think the batch one, we are gifted to have all of you. And all of you have given your commitment to just excel. That's the beauty. I think without you guys, we couldn't have just done that. The commitment and taking up the client project and doing that delivery was awesome. As you rightly said, the people who are coming with more break has to do a more project, so that the confidence for you yourself is just getting is amazing, and the clients see through that when they are going through the interview with you. And you guys have just done that. And just to give you a brief, even Namrata, Vrinda, all of them are the batch one. So it's really blessed to have groups like you guys, where you understood it's a reality and we all put hands together and we made it happen. Thanks, Kamashi, for just sharing the wonderful testimony for our experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Manjula. Thank you so much.
It's really a pleasure to just have you. Thanks for just sharing. So I just wanted to leave the forum open for our team, whoever has been part of it. Is there any query you wanted to check with, what do you call, with Kamakshi, with us? We are really happy to just answer, because at the end, we are here to help you. There's a query from Sudesh. Now, out of 8 months, how many months to learn and how many months to do the project? 2 months is your learning. After that, you would be 2 to 3 months is your learning. Depends on what is the background. Rest of them would be dedicated to the projects. So just to answer the query. Okay. Anything else, team? You wanted to just know from us? Feel free to just open up. Happy to answer any queries.
Sharda here, ma'am. Actually, I just wanted to know, is there only one project which we would be doing it as a DIY, or do we be like looking forward to do some more?
Okay, the DIY what you did is nothing to do with the project. Just to clarify,
Okay.
in case if you are just talking about, because
Uh-huh.
this is the very before even you learning something, we wanted to give you the taste of it. But your real time project, probably Kamakshi, why don't you share your projects? You did two projects or three projects. Tell me some of the projects what you did for a client, and I wish I would have got the client feedback to show to them. But anyway, just talk about the project what you did. Couple of
Yes,
client.
the one project was we had they are an event scraping hand, like what to say, they collect the events from the internet, and they'll send it to the parents according to their children's age, like what are the various competitions, scholarships that are going around in their particular area. So we need to get the data from the net from various different sites and give it to them in a consolidated way, so that they can, based on the area where the family resides, they'll send only the happenings around in their area. So we scraped around 3 to 4 websites to know what is like what are the events happening across various places across India. We collected data and then gave it to them as a collective database material. So from that they took it forward. So that was one project. And one another project was for the logistics client, where they were exporting and objects from one place to another, and we had to take care of their invoice generation for the drivers, like bi-monthly on 15th and on 16th and the last day of the month. So we created that invoice template, and then created the entries for the invoices, and it will be auto generated based on the data that they provide us. So it will be auto generated for the drivers, and it will be sent it through the mail, so they'll take it from there. They just need to print it from their mail. That is all they have to do. Everything else is auto generated by the bot.
Super. Thank you. Thanks, Kamakshi. Right. So hope that just helps that. Is there any other query we can assist you?
Yeah, I have a query. The classes, like you told, like if we join, we have like class for 2 to 3 months, right? So will that be online classes again? Like how?
Okay, I will just brief that. The classes is typically in a week, you will have two classes. One class to talk about the topic for that week. Every week you have your topics. For example, what is variable, how to create a for loop, and how do you create your selectors, how do you scrape, how do you convert PDF. So it is a 8 to 10 weeks of a weekly basis. You have a topic. So each of the week you would be given a 1 hour of orientation about to learn about the topic, and then we will be calling you in the same week, and then you will be given the assignments for that week topic to be just done. And the assignments will come in the two flavor. One, what we taught you would be doing, like how you have just done your DIY. That the second assignment would be a application based. That's where you will get to know about the practical part of it, and you would be called on the same week on another day, another an hour session to talk about. It's called a doubt clarification. So weekly you have a two session, one for learning, one for doubt clarification, so that at the end of the doubt clarification you would be given another day to submit your all your assignments. That's what I was talking about. So weekly basis we would be tracking and then looking at that, how are you progressing, rather than just holding you accountable after 2 months or 3 months of the program. Is that helps you to answer your query?
Yeah, it does, but it's like if we want to like complete it in a lesser duration rather than going for an 8 month duration, is that possible?
Of course, if you are super early excited to just do it faster, we would be able to do that. But believe me, the client projects, it takes a good amount of a time to understand the requirement. Now, Kamakshi has just explained in a few lines, but then it took some time for them to understand the project and meet the client expectation and do that. So, seeing that flow of the content, we have just come with this optimized month for you to do that. But beyond this, you really have a good time, dedicated time. Even with this, you need to be able to spend 3 to 4 hours in a day to learn with your current activity. If you have a super able to do it faster, happy to just take it forward. Nothing that we are really looking for this timeline. Really happy to see that whether we can just go on a fast pace and to cut short even more shorter.
Okay, and I have like one more doubt. So, once we do this course of like which is like spanning to 8 months, do we have like any opportunity to like get placed or like we have any placement opportunity?
It comes, but then for example, for the people who the batch what we are talking about, some of them have just got with UiPath as well, but it absolutely wherever we and we also have a good association with the clients like Cisco, Infosys. We keep just sharing it across, but is that mean all of you would get placed? I really don't have an answer, because if you are with more break, probably you may need to do more projects. If you are having a developer background and you are really smart and then do it with one or two projects, you yourself will be knowing. It's not something we have to just do anything. With the confidence what you got it by applying to the interview, or if we give an interview, how you answer, our client also will share the feedback. You will also get to know the feedback. So there are clients, when we have just given it to our candidates to them, they came back and said, we can't even do anything with this kind of a break, and with that learning what they did, make them to just do some more projects and bring them back. So if I have to tell you, you will get the opportunity, but will you get placed? I really don't know, because I really don't know your profile, and I really don't know what you are learning, and I really don't know with the client when we said what is their expectation. But the opportunities are plenty available. That much we can tell you that. Okay. That's where you are seeing our people are get placed in our different clients.
Yeah. So one more doubt. So basically, what is the language that is needed for to learn RPA? So you told that there is some kind of coding involved over here.
Right. If you know even the basics, when I'm saying basic, the basic language, C, Java, any language, if you would have just learned the basics of it, all you need to know about is there's two things. One, how is the workflow can happen. For example, you have just did it in this. If I have to tell you as an example in the DIY kit, what you did, you have just did a source folder, destination folder, and there is a for loop which you have just iterated to go through the files and created the file and pushed it, which is nothing but a logical way of sequencing the activity. If you just logically in a layman term, if you are able to do it, then you would be able to look at it. Oh, if it is a looping, I need to use a for next, or sometimes you will be doing a do while. So depends on that. It's a program basic, any program. If you are comfortable, you are good to go. There is nothing that
we have any programming done behind this. Like, do we have any file that is this is being called for? Like, we have done the coding before itself?
No. Whatever you are doing is that this coding we are talking about. Beyond that, there is nothing required.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Perfect. Is there anything else? Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
yes,
but do we have like you said 2 to 3 months is for the course. So once we complete, we need to write any exam.
Oh, okay. Thanks for asking that. Yeah. So what is that actually? We call it as a milestone. How we will know you are really good and you are moving on the track part of it. So after 2 to 3 months, depends on whichever the course has been suggested for you. After the course, you will have a HSI assessment, which is a big day. Your learnings would be tested in your online environment. You will have a test environment opened up for 1 or 2 days, and you would be, once you sit, you will just need 2 to 3 hours to complete it and finish it. Then online rating and everything, scores, everything gets generated, and that would be shared to you. So that shows whatever your learnings, what happened, how you have progressed, that will just give you the indication. The second, you would be pushed into the pilot projects, which is nothing to do with the client project, to understand from your aspect, how are you coping up with the project in terms of your understanding the complexity, the client expectation management, in terms of SDLC, what is that your comfort and just doing about it. That will set the stage for you to know what is to be done when you just go to the client project. So that is the second phase, to observe and assess how you are just doing. So based on that, you would be given a client projects. So there you will be starting working with the client expectation and deliver it to them. That's your real grill. The step one of learning your content and doing your pilot project becomes handy, where you would be able to deliver your project better. So if we see there is a scope for you to do one more project within the 8 months and the 10 months time, you would be given another project as well to shape up yourself, to boost your confidence, to go back to the career stream. Hope that answers your query.
Yeah, okay.
Correct? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, one more thing. If I get any pilot project, so it will be based on interview or it is part of the course?
No, if you get there is nothing called if you get a pilot project, you would be part of a pilot project as part of the course curriculum, right?
Okay.
The pilot project will give you the confidence for you to know learning is different, doing is different always, right? So that sets you the stage for you what is to be done in the industry projects, that gives you the exposure. Based on that, from there onwards, any interview you get, you would be speaking a different language, different way, what you have just solved that, etc. That's a different booster for your career to join the wherever you are applying for.
One more thing, after completing the course, if I go for interview, so where I'll be placed, in which category? As a fresher, as an experienced candidate, in which category it will be considered?
Okay, so the content what we are bringing you is the elementary RPA content, right? So that is where you would be learning about it. So at the end of the program, you would be, if not an expert level, you would be a moderate level to talk about your L1 content. So using this now, if you are a kind of a good business analyst, you would be able to use your experience and speak about it. You would be able to apply and then explore that. Will that happen? Again, probably if I know your one-on-one profile, I can also guide you. Will that happen? What is the probability, etc.? There is a possibility. Just to tell you that the person who learned the UiPath, Rashmi, just joined as a senior consultant because she had 10 years of experience, had a break, and then joined UiPath. And there is a one more, who's that? Jayanti Livensense joined as a program manager, Shruti, right? I'm not sure.
Aradhana. Yeah, Shruti Richa.
Shruti Richa, right. Yeah, Shruti have just joined as a program manager because she came with a 17 years of experience or something, some break, and then learned UiPath and then just joined. So it's absolutely a case-to-case basis what your experience culminated and how you have just taken this platform and articulated. Both is possible, but there are people who are from the manual testing background and they were not able to do anything. So they have been taken as a entry level, as just the L1 level job, and they just started the career. So again, it just happens, depends on what you have just got so far and how are you going to take the learning and apply it. Absolutely, it depends on you and what job you are applying for. Both matters.
Okay, thank you.
But there are cases on both the sides.
Okay.
Right, superb. Any other queries? Feel free to just ask, because all of us are here. Rather than just asking one-on-one, it is good if you ask. Somebody also get benefit out of it. Feel free to ask if you have any queries.
Hi, Narmada.
Hi.
Hi, Manjula. Sorry.
Yeah, anybody, it's all same. Go ahead.
This is Sundari.
Yes,
Actually, you say two in a week, right? 2 days in a week class.
Yes.
It may be in weekdays or in weekends.
That as a group, once they form, I think Namrata would be the person who is going to be doing your learning. Vrita as a person would be working with you on the project phase. So they would be doing, but right now, if you look at that, I think Monday and Thursday is going on, isn't it, Namrata?
Yes, Manjula. We have it on Monday and Thursday, the training.
So maybe you would be having in another 1 or 2 days of that, but it's basically based on the group consensus and the trainers availability. We would be deciding. It's not a hard and fast rule. You will be able to have a little flexibility to play around.
Okay, you said for 8 months and 10 months. Can I go for 8 months? Because in that PPT you mentioned like more than 2 years means 10 months, and within 2 years, I'm asking gap within 2 years, 8 months. But I'm having 3+ years, nearly 4 years.
The break, you mean?
Yeah, break.
Okay.
So can I go for 8 months duration?
As I said, basically some of the people are finding it difficult to get into the flow we created. The content is same, right?
Okay.
So even if you are in a 10 months, you are really smart enough to do it in 8 months, we are happy, but we don't want to feel that overstressed because you have to take care of your home front and then unable to spend. It's just a buffer for you. You can play around.
Okay.
Right? Okay, perfect. Right, thanks for asking. Okay,
Yeah,
anyone
and
else?
how many client projects do we be doing it?
Uh, at least one for sure.
Okay.
But beyond one depends on your entire bandwidth and what complex project you are getting from client, how well you are able to deliver. Which if there is a bandwidth available, probably we can try one more. Because the one good part of it here, we are connected with a good startup ecosystem. So the live projects we would be able to deliver. But being it's a startup or a corporate, whatever it is, the expectation is going to be real expectation. So you have to just deliver to move on to a next project.
Okay.
Right? Because at the end of the project, it is important to get the testimonial for you to showcase in your resume. So unless that happens, there's no point in moving into another project saying that we will do the another one.
Correct.
And you will also be given enough support from our internal team to complete the project.
Okay.
So it depends what project you are going to get and what duration you are going to deliver, but one for sure.
Okay. So we'll be working along with the existing people who's doing that.
The same batchmates. It's just not the one person will do one project. It's a team works for a project.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So that's how it will be. And we would be balancing the team in right way so that somebody is good in a client communication, somebody good in a coding, somebody does a good testing. All those we will just play around with that when we are deciding the project team.
Okay.
All right. Hope helps your query.
Hello.
Okay. Is that helps your query?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir. Sharasha. Okay, thank you.
No, it is Sharada. Actually, there's a spelling mistake over there.
Oh, okay, then it's fine. Thank you. Thanks, Sharada. Okay, anyone else having any query?
Yeah, Manjula, like it's me, Sajoni from Coimbatore.
Yeah, Sajoni.
I have a query. Like I did my graduation with PE Computer Science Engineering, and I was working in testing for 1 year. That is like I don't do with live projects. It is like application projects what I was working earlier as. And I had a career break of 2 years or something like, and now I did my MBA with HR and was into HR department. Now also I had again I had a break for 6 months. Okay. Like how come it suits me this RPA? Like how come if I did this course, I'll be treating as a fresher or how it comes? Like I'm comfortable with C, C++, and just PHP. I learned something with the PHP and all. Okay.
Thanks, Sahoni. Actually, it is a good, thanks. This is where we love asking these questions in the forum because others, it just helps. At least we can talk about with a right example. Okay. So for example, if with the information what you shared, what all you said, you're really a BE candidate and you're good in the programming part of it is a one part of the information we received. Other is you worked on 1 year and then took a break after that. So in that, even in the 1 year, what you have just done is a manual testing of your application part of it. Right, so keep that as keep that as your second input what we got, and the third input what you have said. After that also I came back and I've been into the HR and then again I took a break over there. So now when you're just going to restart your career and you're going to go back and then look for the technical stream part of it, all they are going to look at that what was your earlier story. So you are a BE candidate and you just work for 1 year. But if you're going to apply for a RPA developer role, that 1 year of your testing experience, they're not going to give you a great weightage. Probably they can say that you work for 1 year, but it is not going to have any weightage. For your case, you would be just starting your entry level RPA developer role or a consultant role or whatever you are saying. It's a RPA entry level work is what you will be restarting.
Okay.
Right, so at least you should go with that clarity. So once if you have this clarity, but the advantage what I can see is since you said you are good in the programming and you would be able to doing your PHP or whatever, it puts you into the fast track to even in the RPA. We just saw I was showing the RPA opportunity. If you are really becoming a developer here, it doesn't require to be too much of a programmer capability. But with your interest, if you are going to get into that, it fast tracks your career opportunity to move on to the stream. That's all it is all about.
Okay.
Right? So hope it helps you to understand.
Yeah, it helps me a lot.
Perfect. Thank you. Right. Thanks for asking that. So anyone else have any other query?
Yeah, Manjula, I have a query. I already discussed it with Jayanti also, but she pushed me that you first attend this training and then maybe you can ask the question to Manjula itself.
Okay.
So that I am already working. I work as a QA manager, and I had a mixed kind of experience, like throughout in finance, but I have moved to technology for last 10 years.
Awesome.
I had a 6 months break, but after that I was again working. So the thing is that my main interest in RPA is for the upskilling part, because I see it being used in a lot of industries. So for me, how would I take it forward?
Awesome. It's another good example. Thanks, Sudeshna, for opening it up. And what you're doing is the right thing to do about it. Because one of the current industry, what they are going through is, if the people have not been skilled with the trending technology, there are a lot of pink slips have been given. I really don't want to name, but there are, you would have seen it in the paper and everything. There are thousands of people getting laid off. So it's a right thing for you to just do is upskill and then be relevant in the industry. And you also said you are a financial domain and you are also in the technology domain, and you are also a QA manager. So there is a opportunity called a product manager or a program manager role, where nowadays if somebody says manager, it's no longer is a people management they are talking about.
Yeah, it
somebody
is not.
really good in technical.
Yes.
Correct? So doing this will really uplift your profile and then showcase, number one, you are really eager in being in the trending technology, number one. But the way you are going to talk about whether your existing client, you can convert them to look for the RPA, or even the after knowing that, you can go and say, I will do a small initiative to showcase what it is. This will just project you as a leader to start the activity. I don't know from which organization you are from, depends on which organization. Either it can portray you as a leader to give you the initiative to start and then showcase, or if there is already a organization who works on the automation, you will also have a major role to go and participate, if not be a implementer, participate. And that's the only way where we can scale about our career journey and move to that.
Yeah, because see, in technology, I have almost like 14 years experience. So what I have seen is, and I've done many kinds of roles. So what I have seen is, in technology, you need to be hands-on.
Exactly.
If you said there's nothing like people management which works here.
Yes,
so
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, even though I lead a team, it is like I should know first everything properly. Then only my team members also get that confidence.
Then only a team member will respect you.
Yeah, and that then only they also want to work along with me. So
yes.
And there, of course, many of the new entrants, they have other new age technology skills. We work together, but it is very hands-on.
Absolutely, you are right.
And that is what I have always wanted, to be very hands-on. And like I never chose a path where it will be a people management role.
Exactly.
So in that way, I'm asking that if I do the course, and like you understand, I work full time, and if I'm not able to do all the projects, is that okay? Or
I think
to do the project, but in like the time constraint, I'm just
understood. So there are women who have just joined from, again, though we work with the Infosys, from the Infosys people have just joined us. There are other corporate members have just joined us, and they only learned the training because they really don't need the project experience, because already they are working.
Okay.
Right? So they just pick it up and then they just go and implement the project in their own department, and then come back and then share that, oh, it really helps us to elevate me to showcase I am a leader who's forthcoming to take the initiative to talk about the new trending technology.
Okay.
Right? So it just works. So just go ahead and take this opportunity, at least learn, because the one good thing about here, just because not that we are doing it, I would like to do that. The way of hand holding and then making you to learn is really a spoon feeding and making sure you learn it.
Yeah, that is important also, that we learn it hands-on.
Yes, that is important. Once we give that spoon feeding interest and make you, you're just standing on your own leg, then rest of the things will evolve based on your commitment and interest. That is where we brought Kamakshi, because she's one of the, in fact, batch one, as I said, we are blessed to have people, everybody got that kind of interest. But with the 5-6 years of a break, she was constantly just going for the project phase to just showcase she is the best bet out of it. That's where it is.
Okay.
Right. Thanks for asking. Any other queries, team? We are nearing our session. In fact, we have just done 5 o'clock is what we called you. We have just crossed our 5 o'clock as well. Is there any other burning queries where I can help you in any ways?
Yeah, Angela. Sorry, it's
Go,
Anjali.
no worries. Go, Anjali. Go ahead.
Okay, Manjula. Yeah, hi. Actually, I have a break of now almost 10 years. So before that, I was working as a system analyst and have worked as a manual tester, automation tester with different projects. And then had to take a break for like, it is almost 10 years now. And yeah, currently I'm not into IT industry, but yeah, I'm into the teaching part. So right now I'm teaching coding to students. Like it's I'm pretty much aware of this block based coding, the Python languages, simple how to create games in different languages with the kids. I'm doing that. So how this course is going to help me? Like I'm really want to come back into this industry, IT industry.
Okay, fine. So how long you are doing this coding assignment work which you are doing for teaching?
It's like almost 6 months.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fine. So it's a simple truth is you can very well come back to the industry. It is easy. Okay, there are a couple of tips I'll give you. Just keep that in mind so that it becomes handy for you. So if you are in a more break, there is a good potential way you have to showcase you are a probable candidate for anywhere to apply. That has to be with the 1 to 2+ years of showcasing your credential continuously. You are in the industry and you are doing something. How do we do that? One, pick up a project from us. That's the one. Second thing, even in your area, wherever you are, just call up a startup and saying that, hey, can I help you?
Okay.
Just go ahead and help them. That's the second. Third is just look out for your hackathons and the coding competition and be part of it. So just to give you an example, again, there is a 2 example I'll tell you. Both of them have just joined back the industry after 8 years of break. But before 8 years break, both of them are a developer. That's a different story. But then with the 8 years of break, when they just come, they were continuously just pushing themselves in the one person who joined Walmart was just doing her MS and then connected with the coding activities, etc. And then we prepared and then pushed her into the Walmart. She just got selected. Other person is the Infosys, where again we just pushed her. Again, she was just doing a lot of projects and hackathons. She was a topper in hackathon, in fact. And in fact, when she joined, she has not joined as a developer. She just joined as a team lead.
Okay.
So there is a potential, but then if you are just saying, okay, I did a RPA project, the RPA course, and with the 10 years break, will I get the job opportunity? The answer immediately no. But if I can hone myself to do a lot of projects, can I get that? The answer is yes, and you are seeing Kamakshi as an example.
Okay.
Right? That's the thing. There is somebody also asked the question. So before we wrap up, team, quickly put your questions so that we will answer before we wind up. Go ahead.
Manjula, one more question for me is like,
yes,
as you said, only you'll be focusing on only with 2 projects. Still after 2 projects, if we didn't get job, will you focus on one more project or you'll just stop over it?
We are working with our community 2 years, 1+ years or whatever. But it is actually, as I said, it is a 2-way communication. I can't just keep telling you. If you are also committed and work, our intention is to help you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, fine.
Right? So that's the intention behind it. It's just more than anything, holding for this 8 months to do this. It's a big, but after that, you are really committed. We are also committed to you. Don't worry.
Sorry, one more question. As this you're from her second innings, right? This is second innings. I want to know about your background. You had a break or how this was being started?
Perfect. Okay, I didn't have a break. Okay, right. Just to give you that, I was working in the industry, and last stint was with IBM, and I just wanted to take a corporate break and wanted to do something for different. I started a L&D company, but then it was not making me happy. That's the time I was supposed to move to Mumbai, and I told you at the beginning, and I went there and I saw my own friends were struggling to do that. So that's a calling where we thought I should just do something for that. We started her second innings.
Oh, fine, good, super.
All right. So you can just connect me with the LinkedIn and you will be able to see that. Happy to just be a part of it. And as thanks for asking that. It's nothing that I'm doing something great or our team is doing great. It is about, as a women, we are coming together and helping each other. So if whoever is just having a passion, we can do any wonder. So thanks for asking, and just be connected, and let's just do our bit to our community. That's all.
Yeah, fine, super. Thank you.
Super. Thank you. Anything else, team, you would like to know more about us, or anything about the question?
Yes,
Sorry.
Manjula, Manjula, this is Sundari.
Yeah, Sundari.
Yes, actually, you said in the payment details, EMI is available, right? That is no cost EMI, or
Honestly, what we did is, because many times our community member keep asking, they finding it paying is difficult. What should I do? So we have paired up with the banks, and then some of the banks now something they just give it to the EMI, but the 3 months EMI is a no cost or something. But it goes based on the bank. So just go to the online payment. You have all the banks which gives the EMI. They give up to your 8 months also.
Okay.
So go through it, and if you find it any help, we have to just explore. Let us know. We will also speak and figure it out. But it is absolutely nothing from us. It's just the bank's one.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Right? So
and one more thing, how may connect? Suppose if I have queries, can I connect in the WhatsApp group also, or?
So Jyoti is the Spock for all of you in the WhatsApp group. You can just push your queries and then get it answered. She would be the right person to help you out all the queries in the WhatsApp.
Okay.
So,
okay, thank you. Thank you, Manjula.
Perfect.
Okay, Manjula, one more question.
Please.
Like if I enroll for the course, like you said, you will be assessing like it should be like for 10 months or for 8 months. So how are you going to assess that? Means you will be taking my resume or some kind of test?
No, that's what during the enrollment, you all of you would have been registered right now, or if you have not registered, you would be registering in our portal with your complete profile detail, your break, your experience, and during the break what you have just done. We call it as a profile tracker, and your resume. So when we just go through it, we would be able to suggest you this is the stream which will just help you to just go about it. Again, as I said, all of you would be in the same group, but only thing is the people who needs a little cushioning and a buffer is the same content. You would, if somebody is just do it in 1 week, you will be doing it 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because content wise, there is nothing can be changed, the same content. Because if somebody needs a longer break and needs a little extra time, we are accommodating. That's all we are trying to do. That the fee is same, the course content is same, only the duration is different.
Okay, but and if someone is like really into it, if I can give more time, I can just squeeze the time. Instead of 10 months,
you would do that, and in fact, if you are able to squeeze that, we can also able to push you into another project.
Okay,
that's the crux of the story.
Okay.
Right, so that's what it is all about. Hope it just helps you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Guys, anything else quickly? Are we good to go? One S from your chat message, at least we'll know you're just active in the chat. Thank you. Good. Thanks, Anjali. And we have also given the feedback link for what is your learning of today's session can be made better, or is it better? And we will also share the video link for you to do. Whoever has not done it, one simple request. We have spent so much of time in preparing and then giving you the exposure. Look at the video and do the step one after another. At least the first step of doing your own bot by yourself, we want you to just experience that. Please do that, and we wish you all the best for all the members to start the journey in the new trending technology. And all the best. Any help, we are all available in the WhatsApp. Connect with us and stay connected, and the feedback, just give it to us. Thank you so much, and looking forward to just see your own journey and next mark which you are going to do it in RPA. Thank you, team. We are all with you to make it. All the best. Right? Good to go?
Yes, thank you, Manjula.
Thank you, guys. It was really nice, and have a good weekend, and look forward to see you again soon.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.